Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The rumors started quietly, almost as a whisper behind closed doors, but has been growing louder with every passing conversation around the league, and now it feels impossible to ignore. The talk circulating among insiders is that Austin Reaves has reached a breaking point regarding his on-court partnership with Dalton Knecht, and while nothing has been made official, the tone of the speculation suggests a real fracture could be forming. Reaves, known for his calm demeanor and professional approach, is not the type of player who publicly complains, which is exactly why this rumor has sparked so much intrigue. According to the chatter, this is not about a single play or one bad stretch, but about a growing discomfort with how roles are overlapping, how possessions are being shared, and how trust is being built, or perhaps not built, between two players trying to define themselves within the same system. People close to the situation say Reaves feels his rhythm is being disrupted, that his instincts as a shooting guard who thrives on timing and feel are clashing with Knecht's style, which is more direct and assertive. It is being framed not as personal animosity, but as a professional incompatibility that has reached a point where silence is no longer an option, at least behind the scenes. What makes this rumor even more fascinating is the context of Austin Reaves' journey with the Lakers and how hard he worked to carve out his space within the organization. Coming into the league without the fanfare of a high lottery pick, Reaves built his reputation through effort, intelligence, and a willingness to do the little things that do not always show up in highlight reels. Over time, he earned trust, minutes, and a voice in the locker room, becoming one of those players coaches rely on to stabilize lineups. The speculation suggests that Reaves feels this hard-earned role is now being challenged in a way that feels forced rather than organic. Dalton Knecht, as a younger player with a scorer's mindset, is rumored to be demanding touches and freedom, and while that is not unusual for a player trying to establish himself, the issue seems to be about timing and hierarchy. Reaves allegedly believes that his understanding of the offense and his chemistry with key teammates should carry weight, and when that balance is disturbed, it affects not just his own play, but the flow of the entire unit. This tension, according to the rumor mill, has been simmering quietly, visible only to those paying close attention to body language and subtle changes in on-court communication. Dalton Knecht's presence adds another layer to this speculation because he represents both promise and uncertainty. As someone who navigated multiple collegiate stops before reaching the professional level, Knecht carries a chip on his shoulder and a belief that he belongs among the league's elite scorers. Rumors suggest that this confidence sometimes manifests as impatience, especially when sharing the floor with players who already have established roles. The talk is that Reaves does not question Knecht's talent, but rather his decision-making within the structure of the offense. There are whispers that Reaves feels forced into a more passive role when Knecht is on the floor, standing off the ball more often than he prefers, which disrupts his natural cadence. For a player whose game relies on reading defenses and reacting instinctively, being taken out of that flow could be deeply frustrating. The speculation paints a picture of two players with overlapping skill sets, but different interpretations of how those skills should be deployed. Neither is necessarily wrong, but the rumors suggest the coaching staff may not have fully resolved how to stagger or define their responsibilities, leaving the players themselves to navigate an awkward coexistence. Another aspect fueling this rumor is the belief that Austin Reaves has matured into a leader who feels a responsibility not just to perform, but to protect the team's identity. People close to the Lakers culture say Reaves values cohesion above individual numbers, and that he becomes uneasy when he senses the offense drifting toward isolation or rush decisions. The speculation claims that Reaves has voiced concerns internally, not in an explosive way, but through measured conversations that nonetheless carry weight. The idea that he would say he no longer accepts playing alongside a specific teammate sounds dramatic, yet insiders insist the sentiment is more nuanced. It is not an ultimatum, but a signal of discomfort that cannot be ignored. Reaves reportedly feels that if the team wants him at his best, his environment needs to align with how he plays the game. When that alignment is missing, frustration builds, and even the most patient professionals reach a point where they feel compelled to speak up. From the outside, this rumored tension raises questions about long-term planning and how the Lakers envision their backcourt rotation. Reaves is seen as a stabilizing force, someone who understands spacing, timing, and defensive responsibilities. Connect, on the other hand, is viewed as an offensive spark capable of heating up quickly and changing momentum. The rumor suggests that blending those two archetypes has proven more complicated than expected. Some observers speculate that the issue is not just about Reaves and Connect, but about broader philosophical choices within the team. Is the priority controlled execution or aggressive scoring? Is development given equal weight to reliability? Reaves, according to the chatter, believes that these questions are being answered in ways that leave him uncomfortable, especially when he shares the floor with Connect. This discomfort, while subtle, is said to be growing, and as it grows, so does the likelihood that something will eventually give. As the rumor continues to circulate, fans and analysts are left reading between the lines, watching interactions more closely, and interpreting every substitution and lineup decision as potential evidence. Austin Reaves remains outwardly professional, offering no public criticism, which only adds to the intrigue. Dalton Connect, meanwhile, continues to play with visible confidence, seemingly unaware or unbothered by the whispers. Yet behind the scenes, the speculation suggests a crossroads moment is approaching. Whether this rumored stance from Reaves leads to adjustments, conversations, or larger changes remains unclear, but one thing is certain. When a player known for adaptability begins to question a partnership, it sends a signal that something deeper is happening beneath the surface, something that could shape the team's direction in ways few anticipated. The second layer of this rumor delves into how such a situation could evolve if the underlying tension is not addressed. And this is where speculation becomes even more intense. People around the league love to imagine domino effects. And in this case, the idea that Austin Reaves might quietly distance himself from lineups involving Dalton Connect has captured plenty of attention. The talk is not about refusal in a dramatic sense, but about subtle disengagement, about moments where chemistry feels forced rather than natural. Insiders speculate that Reaves believes basketball at the highest level is as much about feel as it is about talent, and when that feel is missing, even the best plays break down. The rumor suggests that Reaves feels a responsibility to protect his own career trajectory, understanding that perception matters just as much as production. If his game looks disjointed, observers may misinterpret that as regression rather than incompatibility. This fear, according to the whispers, is driving his growing unease with sharing extended minutes alongside Connect. Another point of speculation centers on communication, or the lack of it, between the two players. Those close to the situation suggest that Reaves prefers constant dialogue on the floor, small cues, and shared understanding that develop over time. Connect, being newer and more focused on asserting himself, is rumored to rely more on instinct and individual reads. Neither approach is inherently flawed, but when combined without clear hierarchy, confusion can arise. The rumor claims that Reaves has attempted to bridge this gap, offering guidance and feedback, but feels that the message is not fully landing. This can be particularly frustrating for a player who sees himself as a connector, someone who helps others succeed by creating structure. When that structure feels ignored, it chips away at trust. Over time, these small cracks can grow, leading to a point where coexistence feels more like endurance than collaboration. Speculation also touches on how the coaching staff fits into this dynamic, even though no official stance has been made public. The rumor mill suggests that Reaves feels caught between expectations, asked to both lead and adapt without clear direction on how his role should evolve alongside Connect's. This ambiguity can be unsettling, especially for a player who thrives when responsibilities are defined. Insiders believe Reaves is not demanding special treatment, but clarity. Without it, he may feel that his strengths are being diluted rather than amplified. The idea that he no longer accepts playing alongside Connect, as dramatic as it sounds, may actually reflect a deeper desire for resolution rather than separation. In this interpretation, Reaves is signaling that something needs to change, whether that means adjusted rotations, clearer play calls, or more intentional staggering of minutes. From Connect's perspective, the speculation paints a picture of a young player eager to prove himself, perhaps unaware of the ripple effects his style may be creating. Rumors suggest he sees the floor as an opportunity to showcase his scoring ability, believing that aggression is the fastest path to respect. In that mindset, subtle chemistry issues may not immediately register as problems. This disconnect in awareness can exacerbate tension, even when no ill intent exists. The chatter implies that Connect respects Reaves, but may not fully grasp the importance of adapting his approach when sharing the court with someone whose game is built on nuance and timing. This gap in understanding, if left unaddressed, could deepen the divide, turning a manageable adjustment into a lingering issue. Fans, meanwhile, are left speculating about what this rumored stance from Reaves means for the bigger picture. Some believe it could push the team toward strategic changes, prioritizing lineups that maximize comfort and cohesion. Others worry it could signal deeper locker room challenges that extend beyond any one pairing. The rumor has sparked debates about patience versus urgency, about whether young talent should be allowed to grow freely or guided more firmly by established contributors. Reaves, in this narrative, represents stability, while Connect represents potential. Balancing those two forces is never easy, and the speculation suggests the balance may currently be off. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Ultimately, this rumor about Austin Reaves no longer accepting playing alongside Dalton Connect is less about conflict and more about crossroads. It reflects the delicate nature of team building at the highest level, where personalities, styles, and ambitions intersect in complex ways. Whether this speculation fades away as adjustments are made or grows into something more consequential remains to be seen. For now, it serves as a reminder that behind every lineup decision and on-court sequence, there are human dynamics at play, subtle tensions, and unspoken conversations that shape the game just as much as talent ever could. The rumor does not stop there, because some voices around the league believe this situation could become a defining moment for how Austin Reaves is perceived internally moving forward. The speculation suggests that by quietly signaling discomfort, Reaves is testing how much the organization truly values his perspective. For years, he has been seen as adaptable, someone willing to adjust to whatever is asked of him for the good of the team. Now, according to the whispers, he may be drawing a line not out of stubbornness, but out of self-awareness. Reaves reportedly understands that constantly bending his game can slowly erode what makes him effective in the first place. If his instincts are muted, his confidence can suffer, and once that happens, even the smartest reads lose their sharpness. This is why some insiders frame the rumor not as defiance, but as self-preservation. They believe Reaves is sending a message that his value lies in being himself on the floor, not in becoming a placeholder while others experiment. In that sense, the alleged refusal to fully embrace minutes alongside Connect becomes symbolic, a quiet stand for identity within a system that is still finding itself. There is also growing speculation about how this rumored tension could influence locker room dynamics beyond just these two players. Teams are ecosystems, and when one relationship feels strained, others inevitably take notice. The chatter suggests that some teammates may empathize with Reaves, understanding the frustration of trying to maintain flow while roles remain fluid. Others may sympathize with Connect, recognizing the pressure young players feel to prove they belong. This split in perspective can subtly shape conversations, alliances, and even energy during practices. According to the rumor mill, Reaves is careful not to let his concerns spill into negativity, maintaining his professionalism at all times. Still, silence itself can speak volumes, And when a respected voice grows quieter, people notice. The speculation implies that leadership is being tested, not just from Reaves, but from the staff tasked with aligning everyone toward shared vision. If clarity does not arrive, uncertainty can linger, and uncertainty is often the breeding ground for deeper issues that surface later when stakes are higher. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.